Hey Virgo, welcome to Glow in the Dark Tarot. This is going to be your reading for September 2019. I'm so sorry it's late, you guys. I am so sorry it's late. I'm going to be doing mid-months for all the signs and then bonuses over the weekend, okay? But Virgo, we're coming towards the end of your season. I think it's been pretty lit. I don't know. What about you? What about you? I think for a lot of signs, it's just been about organizing ourselves, our relationships, the things that we have going on. Kind of being a little bit nitpicky about our lives, our habits. For you, Virgo, I think that that's pretty much normal for you. And I think, I mean, us being in your season, you've pretty much been in your element. So, the first card that you have in your spread is the Ace of Swords next to the Six of Pentacles next to the Moon. So, Virgo, I definitely do think that there is this ultimate reality, this ultimate truth. Perhaps like this ultimate sense of clarity that you have gained, or this ultimate sense of self, rather. That's more what I'm going to say. I do, Virgo, think that you have, you're in your season, but I do think that you have gotten to a point where it's kind of like, you're like, I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I know what I have to offer. I'm inclined with myself mentally, spiritually, intuitively. So I do see this sense of self this strong sense of self that you have within your own season. And I feel like if you haven't felt like yourself up until this point before your season, before September Virgo season is the time where everything starts to settle back into place. Everything starts to reorganize, and maybe that has kind of been your motive for this month, is just reorganizing. Kind of getting back to the basics. And I do get this sense of this self-directed path regardless of how this year has treated you so far. I do get this sense of this self-directed path, maybe not having all the answers, maybe not having all the details, but maybe having some sense of intuition. I think how you see yourself and how you want to see yourself is this Emperor card. I think the energy that you are exuding off is this Emperor status, this being completely in control of yourself, your life, your coin, your relationships, your career, what have you. It's kind of like if you've been feeling down up until this point, Virgo, if shit just has not been going right, this is kind of like your comeback season. This is your month. You are in your element. And it's funny because most signs, when they're within their season, I feel like most signs use that time to party, to, of course, be their true selves in their signs to the fullest. But most signs get lit. Most signs don't really think about organizing. They don't really think about letting things fall into place like Gemini. Gemini, we just want to party, especially in our season. We'll organize, we'll sort through all the boring adult shit later, but right now we just want to have fun. We just want to be lit. And I think it's the same thing for a lot of other signs too. But with you, it's a lot more organized. It's a lot more cerebral. There is this claim in your life that you want to claim. or that you in the stake that you want to claim in your life. Again, you have this strong sense of self, Virgo. It's actually pretty cool. Because you have gotten back to self, because you know your absolute worth and your absolute truth and what you have to offer and what you want to offer and what you want to do and what this path that you want to go down, because you have this sense of ultimate control within yourself and the things around you, because you are taking action and people around you are taking action, you are moving forward and not looking back and not saying sorry. I see that you are strongly moving forward, viciously moving forward. And there are some things that you're dropping. There are some things you're not juggling anymore. Perhaps some things or people or messages that you are ignoring. Perhaps some energies that you are not allowing to distract you. Some energies that you don't want to juggle anymore. I do think that there is a lack of fulfillment. I do think that there is kind of that feeling of not quite having everything that you want or that you feel like you need quite yet. And I do think that that makes you very protective of this idea, this mindset that you have this month, Virgo. You are almost staring at this Ten of Cups in the reverse. You are almost staring and almost looking like, why the fuck is this upside down? And with that, I do kind of feel like you have your guard up a little bit. I do feel like you are being a little bit protective of yourself because you are going back to basics. It's almost like you've regained your footing after someone knocked you down. Just be sure that you're not so overprotective and you're not so gung-ho on this new idea, this new vision, this new path that you want to go on, that you become either blind to things dangling in front of your face or that you let your disinterest in the things around you get the best of you. And that maybe you are even unaware of that and how that might affect you and how that might make you act or react to certain things or certain people. Then you have the Justice in the reverse. You have the Three of Cups in the reverse. So I wonder if possibly the reason that you are in this back to the basics, staking my claim, you know, doing my own thing, going on my own path, I know who I am, I know what I want kind of energy. I wonder if that has to do with maybe some things that you think have happened that are unfair. I wonder if that has to do with maybe your trust in the people that you are around or possible third-party energies. Maybe there is some unfairness that is lingering or that is going on or that is coming that is adding to this almost vicious sense of self. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, Virgo. That's not a bad thing at all. But I think you are at least thinking about the things that are either around you or that have either happened that have not been fair, that have somewhat shaken your communal spirit with other people. I'm wondering if that does have to do with this fuck it, I'ma do me type of deal that's going on here. I think you are looking for some ultimate truth, or some confessions might be coming out during your season. Confessions within yourself, confessions from other people. Some truths might be coming out. Some fuckery. This is my fuckery card. Some fuckery might be getting turned around. And I think that you perhaps are still clinging to some gung-ho notion of the future and of what you want to do and of what that means for you. But just don't be so gung-ho to the point where you are unhappy and you are discombobulated. And I think you probably get in a position that you don't want to get into, or you lose the very thing that you want or wanted. And then maybe you're left wondering what the hell it was that you were investing in the first place. So just be sure, Virgo, to not get too carried away. I'm not saying that, this knowing what I want, knowing who I am, staking my claim, putting my stake in the ground, that's not bad at all. I feel a stubbornness with that, though. I feel like there is a very stubborn reason why you're being like that, and it's not bad. I'm not going to shake you for it, but just make sure that stubbornness doesn't turn to bitterness. Just make sure that stubbornness doesn't linger too much on things that I don't think you really need to worry about. So let's go ahead and clarify this spread. Ace of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Page of Wands is clarified, the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Wands. The Moon card clarified by the Six of Swords. So you're moving on from something. Yeah. The Emperor clarified by the Knight of Cups. Ace of Wands clarified by the Five of Wands in the reverse. Chariot clarified by the Five of Swords. This is my bullshit card. You got the bullshit and the fuckery card out here in the same spread, Virgo. What happened? You got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, clarified by the Page of Cups in the reverse. You're done with something. Some type of immature bullshit. Nine of Swords clarifying the Page of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Swords clarifying the Ten of Cups. Yep. Knight of Swords in the reverse clarifying the, what was that? Eight of Wands. Four of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Who pissed you off, Virgo? Or what is this? Justice card in the reverse being clarified by the Two of Wands. Three of Cups in the reverse being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Seven of Swords being clarified by the Hangman. Bottom of the clarification deck is the King of Wands in the reverse.